the West essentially has given a platform to all sorts of separatist organizations uh, or organizations which have been propped up by themselves, not just in India but everywhere else in the world, because you see West as a safe haven for separatist elements from across the globe. That is number one. Number two, well, there is a selfish interest of the West to keep the rest of the world at tenterhooks or keep them destabilized, especially when you come to India. They would always want India to be in a jelly state. They wouldn't want India to melt like butter per se and get dissolved like, you've seen Iraq in the past, and Syria is yet another example. They don't want India in that position. That's how they look at it. And they don't want India to solidify its position at the global stage, like Russia, China, or other developed Western countries. So they would always want India to be deprived of that real position that it deserves at the global stage. And therefore, they would always provide an open platform for separatist elements, which would create some kind of a disturbance in India, whether it's a large scale disturbance or it is a minor disturbance. We've seen in the past that there were people who were caught in the US for funding of Kashmiri separatists, and God willing, if the government of India is persuasive enough and they really get on the job done, so you will see a lot of Khalistani elements also being persecuted in the West. Well, that was one. The other question that you asked was, why are temples across the West are being desecrated or they're being targeted? So the simple answer to that is, well, since they're not been able to divide the community, when I say community, I mean to create a wider wedge between the Sikhs and the Hindus. So they want to extract a reaction out of the majority community in India, and it can be an isolated incident which can be blown out of proportion. They want to extract a reaction from the Hindu community where a Sikh probably would be, beaten up, hurt, or perhaps even killed for his identity, which has happened in the US so many times, but these Khalistanis won't speak out. So they want to extract one reaction and then play on it and tell the world that, see, India is an unsafe country for Sikhs and therefore we deserve our own homeland, and try and justify what they demand or their demand of Khalistan. So this is essentially the thought which goes behind what they're trying to do today. When you talk about the attacks on High Commission of India in London, they only try to bring this up at a global stage so that they can gain traction in the media or attention amongst the masses in the West. See, the Westerners, perhaps, the white man, if I may dare to say, wouldn't understand Gurmukhi, the script. So therefore, essentially, what should have been an emotion and Khalistan could have been written in Gurmukhi script beneath the flag that they've created for Khalistan. It's written in English. So they know that the Gora Admi, the white man, wouldn't understand Gurmukhi. So it's, essentially, it's a propaganda. So the propaganda only succeeds when the white man or the Western people can read and understand what's written. So therefore, not in Gurmukhi, but in English. So there are several reasons why you can conclude that Khalistan is purely propaganda, and there really no intent to actually get a homeland, but to only destabilize India. While they ask for a homeland, Sikh homeland, their demand is only on the east of the Radcliffe line, that is Indian Punjab, if you may, East Punjab. So West Punjab has been totally kept out of the idea of Khalistan or the maps of Khalistan, or perhaps even the discussion of Khalistan. So that is one circumstantial evidence which connects these Khalistanis with the Pakistanis. So you know where it is coming from.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.